Howdy. I thought I'd just quickly go live with to finish off my zombie. I've had a few people kind of not criticise, but think they're kind of catching me out by saying that my skull has ears, which it does. But you know, it does look like it's got a bit of skin over it, doesn't it? I don't know. I thought it did. This bit kind of makes it look like there's a bit of skin wrapped around that skull, so I thought it was okay. But a few people have kind of said, "Duh, you've put ears on your skull." So I thought what I'd do now is go and put a nose in on the skull. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit on there. There we go. And also while I'm here, just kind of demonstrating what I love about Posca pens, the fact that you can, even if you think you've finished, even when you have finished like that, you can still go ahead and make some changes to it. So I'm just going to make a few changes to it, while also testing my camera, my top-down camera. I've turned it to 4K recently, and so kind of what that means is that you can get a decent level of quality when I really zoom in a lot, but also it seems to be a little bit more unreliable when now it's on 4K. So I don't know what's better to have, reliability or high definition. So yeah, I'm just running Ecamm. I'm just running that on its own, which is my broadcasting software. And I'm running some stats on my YouTube channel, just because one of my reels is doing quite well. It's not on Chrome though, it's on Safari, so I'm hoping it'll be alright. Anyway, let's just crack on, shall we? I just want to get rid of this nose, really. Going to get rid of this nose. And I'm going to put in a normal kind of fatter nose. Let's have it. I'm going to have it overlapping a bit here as well, right? So let's get rid of those bits. Does that look alright? There we go. Fat nostrils will come out here, so let's get rid of these spots as well. I could put those back in later if I needed to. Let's just get them out of the way for the time being. Let's get it all out of the way. Let's deal with it later. That looks okay, doesn't it? What else can I do to this? In fact, while that's drying, let me just show you something else. I was given this little gift by somebody. It's really cool. They made me a little handmade, like real tiny doodle pouch, I guess is what you'd call it, a doodle pouch. But I have, hang on, it's got a swear word in it, so let me censor it just in case anybody's a little bit sensitive. So under there it says, if you mess it up, just start again. So it's a nice little bit of advice, but I kind of like the size of this. It's really cool because it's like very tiny. I can just slip it in my pocket with a couple of pens and I'm good to go. Papers, that's my only issue. So what I'm going to do on the back side is so where they've used alcohol marks, it's come through. I'm just going to draw those characters again in the back. So yeah, let's do a little bit of that as well. Loic, is that? Hi Loic. It's a great picture. Thank you very much, mate. Cheers. Let's see if we can just... it's got a massive screw in it. I need something to lean against. Can't use that. Let's use that. And yeah, I'm going to just draw in a couple of worms in there. Let's put the eyes in first. And so yeah, I'm just using the colours that I've already bled through from the other side. to draw this. Let's go around the head then, so somewhere there I think. Isaac, hi mate. Thanks. I appreciate you saying that. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I feel like my artwork is kind of good enough. Should be okay. Should be quite popular. But it's just not taking off. Maybe it's just it's not what people want. But thank you. I do get that a lot, and I do appreciate it when you say. So yeah, just in case anybody. So Isaac and Lurk are on YouTube. Anybody who's on Facebook or Twitch, because I'm broadcasting on all three. Yeah, Isaac's just said I'm underrated, which is really nice. Right, my zombie's dry. I'm going to move back onto the zombie because I want to get that bit done. That's my main focus for this session. Is those that don't like the fact that my skull had ears, couldn't really see the skin in it. I'm going to go and put a nose on. So this is a nose I did with another zombie. Dead easy. I really kind of liked the way it worked. Yeah, okay. And all we do is over here, just a little loop, down, loop, that line there. Just colour those, colour the nostrils in. We'll stick a little bit of hair coming out of those in a second. I am kind of thinking now that maybe the flared bit, the side bit of the nostril, might just overlap the eyeball a bit as well. I'll see how I can make that work. Where do we go next? Yeah, so let's flick that around. I'm gonna get big, like that. And yeah, that just where it kind of goes over the eyeball there. I'll tidy that up a little bit later. And the end point there, that's a bit messy. I'll tidy that up later. Yeah, that's not too bad. Just flick a couple of little lines round to the top of the nose. That looks right. I'll tidy that up in a bit. I might even put a little shadow underneath actually. I think it probably needs that. We'll come back to that. Those of you that watch me draw quite a bit will know that I'm always backwards and forwards when it comes to drawing. I like to do one and then the other. Keep mixing it up. So we'll let that one dry for a few seconds while I finish this one. I'm only here for a few more minutes, 20 more minutes, and then I'm going to shoot. So yeah, just a quick one today, that's all. Okay. So, yeah, you know, I said I was looking at the stats on my YouTube channel. Over on this side, that's because one of my reels is doing quite well. It's just out of nowhere got 1,000 views, which is good for me on YouTube. So here, if you're interested, here what I'm using is a Unipin brush pen. What I like about a brush pen is you can get like loads of different thicknesses of line all in one stroke. It's good for colouring in as well, stuff like that. I do find that I'll do most of the lines with this brush pen, but then I will kind of go over to a different pen, like a a more stiff nib pen just to tidy bits up. Where bits look a little bit messy. So although you get a lot of, what I find, you get a lot of line weight difference with using a brush pen. You kind of lose out on the accuracy a little bit. What I'll do is, if I flip that under there, that might be easier. What an idiot. Could have done that right from the start. Let's bring that down to there. Other side. That'll do. Let's get back on with Zombie. So yeah, let's tidy up that nose. I'm going to put a shadow on. I'm going to tidy up some of those lines up there as well. So let's go with a shadow first. What I'll do is I'm going to have that shadow kind of just coming up the side there. We'll put that a little bit in there. A little bit in there. And like I say, I can... It's always meant to look messy at this stage, so it don't matter if it looks a little bit messy. Look at that. Love how that's turned out. Yeah, you can always kind of just bring in those black lines that kind of disappear under the colours. Bring those back in. Just put a little shadow underneath the nose as well. I feel like it needs something there. Oh no, I'll draw something coming out the nostrils. So okay, let's put the shadow in, then I'll draw something coming out the nostrils. So shadow will be around about there. Yeah, that'll do. Shadow will be there. That's looking alright as a nostril. And then yeah, we'll draw some snot or something coming out. Yeah, unless you've got anything else you want to see coming out the nostril. Okay, back to worm. Time's at 15 minutes. I'm only staying on here for a few more minutes. Gonna go and watch the football in a few seconds. Let's do the other one because these two characters do overlap a little bit in the middle, which is why they've got two stripes. Well, two stripes on that side, but only one stripe in the middle. So I'm going to go and do the other one. This is a bit trickier to draw. I think what I might do in this sketchbook is only draw on this side. Might be a lot easier. Let's just get this one done there. What can I lean on? I need some fat to lean on. In fact, what I'll do is... Watch this. I have got a little package from Art Gecko. I don't know what they've sent me. No, I do. It should be, I believe, a sketchbook full of brown paper. I said to them a while ago, what I really like is I like your freestyle sketchbooks, which are good for Posca pens, but I like brown paper. So there we go. A crafty. I'm not sure whether this paper is kind of really designed for Poscas or not. So it'll be touch and go on how well it works. We'll try. But yeah, what I like about this, let's get this off. I don't know why I'm not just tearing that off. It's going to go in the bin. It's got some interesting paper on there. Oh, look how dark it is on one side and the light on the other. I'm not sure if that really shows up on camera. You have to trust me. This side is much lighter. You can tell it's the front. So yeah, that's next. That's the next thing I'll be doing. Do a little stream showing you me drawing in that sketchbook. Oh yeah, I was using that sketchbook. The reason I got that sketchbook out was mainly so I could lean it there and draw. Yeah, that is very convenient. Thank you, Art Gecko. Oh my word, this one is all over the place, that eyeball. Never mind. Let's go for a pointy head. I appreciate my line work is not quite up to scratch today. It's a little bit all over the place. I'm not entirely sure why that is. Hi Edson, thank you for joining in. Edson's on Facebook. Hello mate. How long we got? 12 minutes. Oh, I need a bit of paper under there because I'm going to get some ink on the sketchbook and I don't want to do that. Like I said before, this, I just want to get the bulk of the lines sorted with the brush pen. And then do some tidying up later. That's pretty good. Let's just tidy that. That'll do. Not doing any more on that. Well, I might. Who knows? Let's finish off this. Where else are we going? So yeah, we're going to tidy up some of those black lines. So I need a thin black pen for that. So let's bring this nostril back. Oh yeah, because we're going to put smoke coming out the nostril, aren't we? Forgot about that. There we go, just bringing these lines back to the front. little bit of a tidy up with the lavender. Beautiful. So because we've got the white drips on the outside of the skull, I might put white drips coming out the nose. That'd be gross enough. Also be a test of the white pen, how opaque it is. Look at this one. So this is my test piece of card. This is my white Posca pen. Beautiful. That was better. That's not so good. One day I will show you how to fix when a white pen is doing that. It's quite easy to fix. You just need a little bit of patience. But yeah, I'll show how that's done one day. This might be a bit fat actually for what we're doing here. Never mind, let's go for it. Let's put in some snotty bits. Let's go for a big one over here. And double drip over there. How's that look? Not bad. Pretty opaque. I'll give it another coat in a little while. What else can we do with this one? Just going to tidy up some of those lines up top actually. Stick a few little hairs in. Put a little shine on here. So when I'm putting things in like this, it's knowing that I can taper them out quite a lot afterwards. So I'll put a big old chunk of a line in and then take it out later. I know I said I weren't going back to this one, but I am. So 0.3 nib, let's go and tidy up some of these bits. So yeah, like I said before, this is mainly an exercise in, you know, when you're drawing something or colouring something, and the other side that bleeds through. It's exactly what's happened in this sketchbook. That was my original doodle, just little tiny bits of grey. It wasn't nothing, but it just came through as a little bit messy. So this is just showing you how you can just draw the same thing or something similar, a mirror version on the other side. I know quite a few people that do that on purpose, where they draw stuff in a mirror or they check their artwork in a mirror just to see if the composition looks good, see if it scans when you're looking at it the other way around. Apparently that's a thing. I didn't really know about it, but it's always good to know that if your character kind of works both ways round, then you're onto something. Let's give these arms a little bit more. Need to quote. Any ideas for a quote in there? Something, you know, nothing too cute, nothing too optimistic, nothing too positive. It's got to have a bit of a snarl to it. I'm not gonna bother with giving that another coat to make that really opaque, that white. Just gonna tidy it up. Outline around it. Yeah, so that works. Little lines in there for some shadows. Let's go and tidy up those eyebrow bits. Remember how I said I like to put in a big fat line now, and you can taper it out afterwards. So this is the kind of thing you can do. You just kind of go in with that base colour again. Just taper it out so you only get a little tiny line in there, just a little tiny reflection, because that's all we need in there, is just a tiny reflection. Yeah. Cool. I like how that's turned out. Let's draw some attention to these ears by putting a bit of hair on them. Like I said, I think the people that kind of picked out that I drew a skull with ears, I don't think they were being horrible or being critical or anything like that. I think they just thought they caught me out. Like it was a mistake or something. Awesome. What I'll probably do as well with this one, how about if we put this one in the drawer? Where are we? 30th of September. So every month I have a drawer on my Ko-fi page. So all of my supporters on Ko-fi, every month one of them gets a wins something, an art bundle. And that art bundle usually includes sketchbooks, artwork, that kind of thing. It starts from £1. There it is, just down there. Look, if you want to support me on Ko-fi, go down there, have a little look, and yeah, support me on there. And this will be in. I'll make sure that this one is in with the August art bundle. I'm not entirely sure what else I've got in on the August art bundle, because I've been a bit distracted recently. There you go, a little shadow under those eyes, just make those eyebrows pop out a little bit more. Yeah, I'll stick that in the art bundle. Right, I gotta shoot. Thanks for everybody who came in. Thanks for everybody who commented. Juan, thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. Juan on Facebook says amazing work. Thank you, mate. Very kind of you. Right, yeah, I'll try and stream a bit more often. So yeah, put me on notifications if you want to watch what I'm doing. It could be anything. I think my next plan is I've got a couple of commissions to do. So I'm going to plan on finishing off these pieces. That piece. Finish off the sketchbook as well. I have somewhere got. I wonder if they're accessible. Ooh, just here. I've somewhere got another. One of my other commissions that I've got to do is one of these little inky ones with some stamps on. So there's a couple that I've done, but yeah, I've got one more page in there to do a commission on that, so I'll stream that as well. But yeah, I'm going to shoot. Thanks a lot for joining in. I'll see you next time. Okay, take care, everybody. Cheers.